Let me tell you about the narcissistic parent and the specific patterns it builds in the child that lasts a lifetime. Growing up with a narcissistic parent doesn't always look like obvious abuse. Sometimes it looks like a household where one person's needs always come first, and love was something earned rather than something you simply received. And here's what that does to a child and where it shows up in your adult life. The psychology of the narcissistic parent, a field developed across clinical psychology, object relations theory, and attachment research, describes a specific relational dynamic. The narcissistic parent is not always dramatic or overtly cruel. The pattern is more subtle and more pervasive. The parent whose emotional world is the center of the household, whose moods determine the atmosphere, whose achievements are celebrated while the child's are either ignored or co-opted as an extension of the parent's own identity, whose wounds must be managed before the child's needs can be considered. The child in this environment has a specific developmental task, which is manage the parent's emotional state, be what the parent needs, achieve in the ways the parent values, don't outshine, don't underperform, don't have needs that are inconvenient, don't have emotions that add to the emotional weight in the room. The child becomes extraordinarily skilled at reading the moods and needs of other people. They become excellent performers, achieving things to generate the parental approval that feels like love. And they learn to suppress the authentic self in service of the relational self. And they arrive in adult life with a very specific psychological profile, which is high competence, high emotional intelligence about others, very low contact with their own needs and feelings, and a profound difficulty receiving genuine love, and a chronic sense that they are never quite enough, no matter what they achieve. And this is the painful and important truth about growing up with a narcissistic parent. The wound is not that you weren't loved. You probably were, in the way that the parent was capable of loving. But the wound is that the love was conditional, directional, and organized around the parent's needs rather than yours. And the adult who is that child often cannot tell the difference between love and approval, between connection and performance, between being genuinely known and being needed. They keep achieving, keep helping, keep being indispensable, and keep wondering why it never quite fills the thing that's empty. Because what's empty isn't the achievement gap, it's the experience of being loved simply for existing, not for what you do or become, just for being you. My course, The Mirror Within, begins with this, the experience of being seen, not for your performance, but for yourself. This is the foundation of everything else the course does. The waitlist is now open, so if you're interested in learning more, comment LEARN, and I'll send you a link to the waiting list.